Hello, welcome to a fun-filled video. The long-awaited, for my community at least, maybe not for you, because we are just now seeing each other for the first time. My name is BunBun, and thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. This is our Q&A for hitting the 2K subscribers on here on YouTube. So, thank you for clicking on this. I really appreciate it. This isn't going to be fun edited because I am not a person who has those kind of skills. So I'm just gonna read them off and answer them and deal with it. Just deal with it. Damn. Anyways, and yes, we're listening to Final Fantasy music. Leave me alone too, okay? All right. First question is, what is my favorite game I have ever played? My favorite game I've ever played, and it is a game that for some reason, when new people come into my streams, think I'm new at playing these games, and I'm not. Are the Fallout series. I love the Fallout series so much, and I'm actually glad that Amazon and Bethesda came together and had a baby and created a series and introduced new people to the series, and it's been great, and I'm super excited. I'm just glad to see one of my favorite games just getting the attention that it deserves, even though it's still pretty buggy. That's why I love it so much. It's always so broken. Anyways, if I could make my own game, what would the premise be? If I was to make my own game, it would actually probably seem like a nice, relaxing game, a cozy game, but in reality, it would not be that. Think of, something like Stardew. And I don't know if anybody here is watching this played a game called Graveyard Keeper, but more gruesome. Not where like bodies are brought to you for dissection per se, because you're burying them. That was the only thing I did in that game. More menacing, I'm not good with words. Leave me alone. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, it would be kind of like that. It would seem like a farming type of game, but like that's not the only thing you're farming. You're not just farming. Maybe one day. Maybe. I did want to become a game designer, but a lot of you hate video games. Like, you guys love video games, but you guys love to hate on video games, and I stopped going with a degree after seeing some games being treated like crap. After so many people put their hearts and souls into making a game for a company. Okay, how do I have so many games? Recently, a lot of people have seen my huge Steam library. I have over 600 games on there, and I've only had the account since 2018, I think, because I didn't have a gaming computer. So if I had a gaming computer before then, I would probably have over 1,000 games. But the reason why I have a ton of games is, one, being a content creator, you have websites you can go to get free games to kind of make content on. And if you see a bunch of random games on my YouTube channel, it's because I did get a key to play said game to show it off, and so people could see what is a future game that's coming out, see what they could be purchasing, and sometimes they're not good games. I will say most of them are not good games. Quite a bit of them are pretty decent, and very few of them are really, really good. Lately, I did take a break of requesting for some games because it was just a whole bunch of not that well-made games, because people are bored at home, so they're just throwing something together because they found a software to make video games. That's basically, or sorry, not software, a program. So yeah, that's one reason why I have a lot of games. Another reason is my community does gift me a lot of games. Austin and Error are probably the two biggest gifters of the community. So is Tregev and a person who I call Switch as well. Those four are the main people who've gifted me games. Austin has also gifted me a lot of 49-cent games of not appropriate to be able to stream or just record for YouTube. So the next question is, what is the best piece of advice I've ever been given? And I will say, I've been given a lot more of bad advice than actually good advice, especially when it comes towards content creating. Because when you go out there and you're starting off and you ask, how do I become better? How do I do this? How do, and people just say, oh, just be you, just be you, just be you, just be. No, don't just be you. Don't. Okay, I've done it for so long and it didn't get me anywhere. You just got got to see what your heart feels, where your heart wants to go, and just go off of that, honestly, because for so long I was listening to other people and not to my actual self as to what I wanted, and I was trying to people please other people. My thing is, what I'm going to tell you, if you want to be a content creator, do not people please. I know we're all really bad at that because we're raised by boomers and Gen Xers, and that's all they try to put in your head is like, you gotta please the person, you gotta show respect, blah 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 blah. No, don't. It is your channel, it is your content. You do whatever the hell you want to do and live your goddamn life, let me tell you. So that's my advice to you. Ignore everything that you're forced to be brought up upon and just rewrite it and just be the best that you want to be and not be you, because sometimes people just don't want to watch you. They don't want to watch the real you. I will say that because that's how it was for me. Maybe it won't be for you. Maybe you'll be that one little star out there that where you can be who you actually are as an individual. Because I mean, I have to admit it, guys, I'm not an actual murderous jackalope in the streets in Alaska, okay? I'm really not. I'm just a normal human being just like you, maybe. And my other advice, honestly, that I would give to you, it is okay if you have to keep changing things. It is okay if you have to change something about yourself in content creating. Do it. If it what your heart wants, just do it. Just like that meme, do it. And Nike, I guess, whatever. But my advice that was given to me, though, the best, I honestly don't have one. I was never really given one. I always said that my mom told me to always follow my dreams, but I probably honestly made that in my head just because she was an extreme narcissistic creature on this planet. I have never ever received great advice, honestly. Sad, but whatever. What is my favorite video on YouTube or Twitch? My favorite video of me is on YouTube, not on Twitch. And it is when Grizz, Vac, Baybat, and myself are playing the Outlast game that recently came out. And I don't stream it because you can't monetize that game no matter what you do. You can suck God's dick, you ain't gonna get it monetized. I got Baby Bat to do this whole peekaboo thing. There's little barrels throughout where you have to hide in, and I just go in it and I just like pop out, you peek, and you're just like peekaboo, just like that. And I got Baby Bat to do it too. And there is a short somewhere. I will post it somewhere. You know, if I was a good editor, I would actually just edit it into the video, but I'm not a good editor, so you're gonna have to deal with this stale ass shit, honestly. I have a question as, would it be okay to get me games? Yes, it is okay to get me games. I am not a person who will tell you no, because I love video games. It's one of my hobbies. I have extreme ADHD, so it's a perfect thing for me. And another part of this question is, could we play games with you? We recently played games as a community. We played Goose Goose Duck, and was it overwhelming? Yes. Was it a lot of fun? Yes. So I think eventually what I want to do is once a month actually play games with the community to get more involved. It won't be live stream because I have learned from the past to not do that, because at least if you record it, you know, you can at least, 1, see how the community is, 2, get rid of the bad beans, and 3, edit anything that's a little too extreme for others' ears, let me tell you that. And also, if you do give me games, please don't buy me full price $60 or $70 games. Money's tight, money's hard. I just don't want to see other people's having to put their financials in a terrible place just so they can gift me, of all people out there, a game. Austin asked who gave me a bloody knife, and nobody tell him because he's not gonna watch this video. I found it in the streets. It was already bloody. I'm just carrying it with me. It's now I like to call my working knife. It's my it's my support knife. You can't take it from me. I already stole it. All right, now next question. All right, what are some of my favorite snacks, drinks while streaming, or do you prefer to wait until after? I can't stand the sound of people eating, and I can't even stand the sound of myself eating sometimes. Like when you're just chewing on something and you're trying to watch TV and you can't hear TV because the inside of your head is chewing so loud. So I personally will not eat during stream, and what I would be drinking while streaming is mostly water and then whatever remaining coffee that I have from the afternoon. And so those are what I would be drinking. If I do eat on stream, it's because we are streaming a little bit sooner. It's usually something silly because I have to be on a pretty kind of like strict diet, even though sometimes I like to break it. And then the next day I feel like I got ran over by truck coon and I'm like, what did I eat yesterday? And it came find out I ate things that I wasn't supposed to eat. But you know what? Your boy has to eat sometimes, and to suffer to eat something yummy may or may not be worth it in the long haul. So yeah, generally if I have to eat, I will wait till after stream. Generally when I end my streams at the 2.5 hour mark or the 3 hour mark, I'm not feeling hungry, but I'm feeling nauseous and I have to go eat because my brain and my stomach do not talk to each other and to tell me when I'm hungry. And it's because these new diagnoses that I've been getting, because my body it's too powerful. I'm too powerful as a person, so I'm getting debuffs in my physical body. Trey Gav asked, what is my favorite gluten food and why is it pizza? So a lot of you guys know I shouldn't be eating gluten. I shouldn't, and it hurts my body. But pizza is very yummy because it's like a sandwich, right? Because you could fold it in half and it's like a sandwich, or sometimes you could think of it as a taco too, because if you fold it in half, it's kind of like a taco. But like it's very yummy because it has cheese and cheese is yummy. And great thing is, guys, I'm not lactose intolerant, so I can eat all the cheese I want. I will say, if you guys have discovered that you have became gluten sensitive or any kind of like celiac or anything like that, I found out the best fast food restaurant to have a gluten-free crust, and it's actually fairly decent. And it is sorry, one of my conditions, I suffer from brain fog. But the best gluten-free pizza is Round Table Pizza. Please do tell people if you are celiac or any kind of like food sensitive, tell them that it is this and it has to be taken seriously. Just like with people who have like any kind of allergens at all, always make sure you tell the people that you have this allergen so that way they don't cross-contaminate. But if you're a textured person like I am when it comes to pizza crust or any kind of like gluten type of thing and you're trying to substitute it, Round Table Pizza has the best feeling in the teeth, and it's like it doesn't feel gritty because a lot of pizza dough, the flour that they use, and there's rice flour, there's like almond flour, there's like a million different types of flours that are exchanged into it. Oh, even cauliflower crust is pretty good too. They just have like a real like sandy feel in your teeth and does not feel good at all. But I found out, at least where I live at, Round Table Pizza has the best gluten-free pizza crust out there. There was a pizza place in Washington that I liked, and they used an actual cauliflower crust, and their cauliflower crust was pretty good. And they would always ask you, hey, is it a gluten issue? Is it a gluten allergy? And at that time, it wasn't for me. I just liked the taste of the cauliflower crust. Special ask, does milk go before or after cereal? I'm a person to where it goes after the cereal because I have to have a certain amount of milk versus cereal in my bowl. And if I pour my milk in first, you just don't know how much cereal you're gonna put in and how much it's all about, how you go break my brain. It's all about having the perfect size stuff. Yep, that's it. That's it. So I just don't know. And see, what I like about putting cereal in first, it's already like weighed down into the bowl, and when you pour the milk in, and by the time the cereal starts to raise up, that's like the perfect amount of milk in the cereal for me. But if you're a person who likes to pour your milk in before you pour your cereal in, you know what? That's all for you, fam. You do you, boo-boo, and I'm not gonna judge you at all. I knew a kid growing up who would put orange juice in his cereal, so it's like, it's not my place to judge. As a streamer, is it difficult to manage motivation and burnout? That is a tough question. I am really good at seeing burnout in other people. Me, myself, and I am not too good at that. But honestly, with my issues, I'm always in a constant burnout mode because, like a lot of you don't realize, my own body overstimulates myself, especially with, I always have rapid heartbeats and stuff like that. I recently just got a POTS diagnosis, which is postural tachycardia syndrome. You can look it up. It's not that hard. So, getting motivated probably to go down into the office, my function is probably the hardest part because, like, do I feel like having a heart attack today? You know what? Yeah, I do. Let's go. Plus, it's cooler in my office too. It's a little bit better. I do have to wear socks down in my office, which kind of sucks, but whatever. But if you ever do suffer anything from that, just take a break, do what you need to do, and just take care of yourself. You are your main goal in life, not the community that is watching you. I love you guys. I want you guys to know that so very much, but you are not the number one priority over me. That is another advice from me to you. But I will say there are times, especially because I stream Tuesdays through Thursdays, sometimes Friday. It's going to be every other Fridays here soon. And when it comes time to Tuesday, I always do. I'm just like, I have to like kind of hype myself up and tell myself that you guys do exist and just to be, just to have fun. That's all it is. I've come to the conclusion to stream to have fun. That's all that matters. As long as you treat it as something fun and not as a job, you will enjoy it a lot more. And that's just like with you, if you're like a blue collar worker, or if you're just someone who's like in some other kind of weird career, or if you're even like a fast food worker, whatever. If you work at a fast food restaurant and you love it there and you're having fun and it's like the perfect place on earth for whatever reason, you're not gonna get burned out because yes, it is a job, but it's more like a place to just hang out. You gotta just enjoy what you do. That's all you gotta do. And you can kind of tone down burnout. Yes, there are times where you can just be overly working on things. And like me, I do. On my days off, I do a lot of recording sessions and stuff. No, I don't really truly edit my things. And I know if I do try to edit things, I'm not going to be able to push as much stuff out. And I'm not going to be able to enjoy it as much because when you're editing things, you watch things like for 500 million times over and over again. Does it show probably with the quality of my stuff? Yeah, probably. But honestly, one day we'll get out there and have an editor. So in the meantime, you can just stick to the static what you see right now. And if you don't like it, the door's behind you. What would I think would happen if I let Austin be BunBun for a stream? You guys think I'm a gremlin, right? But Austin would be worse, honestly. He would be probably running mayhem all over the channels, both Twitch and YouTube. Currently right now we have like a fire going on, in the community, and it's kind of contained. Like, you guys don't see that it's really not contained. Austin would just open up the floodgates and let that stuff run wild. Yeah. See, I'm trying to like slow it down and then eventually let it eat the whole entire country up. You know what I'm saying? Enough about it. What is the most annoying part of my setup? And I can also mention the best part of it. The most annoying part of my setup is consistently fighting with wires. Like, I've tried so hard to have wire management and control, but no matter how you have it, the cords always end up wrapping around things that you never thought existed, first of all. And that is literally the most annoying part, because I do have a standing desk, even though I can't actually use it because of my issues. And I don't feel like fainting on stream because Twitch will ban me. They just entangle magically somehow, and it's really annoying, and I hate it. And no matter how much I try to keep them contained, I just can't. Like, I had it to where I have specific colors for HDMIs and like all that jazz. And right now they're not organized because I can't give two shits about it right now. My favorite part of my setup is I don't think I have one, honestly. Just be real. I did have one, but I can't think of it right now because everything is just everywhere. And at this moment, until we actually move, I don't think I'll have like a favorite until I have a spot where I feel, because we get a lot of earthquakes here, so I have a lot of my stuff on arms on my desk. So there's like literally almost nothing sitting on my desk at my keyboard. Yes, I said keyboards. And my mouses. Yes, I said mouses. And my dice tower that I have because I need that for tabletop sessions. So I just want to live in a place soon in the future where there's not as much earth shaking, because like I said, I live in Alaska if you didn't know. And I want to be able to mount my monitors to the wall again. That's all I want. I miss mounting them on the walls. Yes. Carrying on now. I'm being asked, is a hot dog a taco? That's not for me to answer because it's whatever the hot dog wants to classify as. If it wants to classify as a taco, it'll classify as a taco. If it wants to classify as a sandwich, it can classify as a sandwich. If it just wants to be classified as a glizzy, it'll classify itself as a glizzy. Who am I to judge? Sure, I call it a glizzy all the time, but maybe it's like, I'm a taco today. Well, then that glizzy is a taco. And is it a foot long or what? No, it's not a foot long. today. Maybe it is a foot long today. I don't know. Do I have any useless talents? I have a lot of useless talents. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and if nobody knows what that is connective tissue disorder. And it's when you're I like to call it bendy and stretchy. So I can put my toes on the ground and do a weird little, I could push the half part of my toes down into the ground, release them, and then they make like a little like crackle noise, like a popping noise. That's one useless talent. What is it used for? Absolutely nothing, but I can do it and it make a cool sound on the floor and it freaks my dogs out. And I can also pick things up with my feet too. I can like twerk my front flesh, my personalities, and I learned how to do that while I was watching a Spice Girls movie a million years ago, and I saw a man do it, and I was like, oh my god, I could do that too. And yeah, I can do it, and I still can do it, and that's probably one of my favorite useless talents that I have. Otherwise, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, as always. If I could ask my dogs one question, what would it be? I would ask them, for no apparent reason, do you hate me today? Even though I know they don't, but it would just be one thing I would ask them, and if they're actually truly happy to be with me. Are you mad at me today? Because I only gave you 5 treats instead of the 6. Have I done anything embarrassing on stream and hope no one noticed? Many moons ago, when the Coco Chanel was very strong, I had a thing where if someone would subscribe, I would put on a fake beard. I had a flannel shirt that I would put on, and I had a cowbell, and I would dance to the Need More Cowbell thing, and it would actually like hit on the cowbell. There was at this one moment, and there was no hoping that no one saw this. Everybody saw and heard. I actually choked on a piece of the faux beard. I nearly did not quit quick enough to BRB, and I literally vomited. And Twitch hate when you accidentally excrete fluids on their platform. So I was like literally afraid that I was gonna get banned on Twitch. And I'm pretty sure there's a clip. I'm not too sure. It was bad. It was pretty bad. That was probably the most embarrassing thing for me. Currently now, I think I embarrass you guys more than anything than I embarrass myself. What food do I hate? I hate liver and onions. I was forced to eat it as a kid, and I pretended I liked it, even though that smelling it made me want to vomit all the damn time. Every single time. It smells nasty. It looks nasty. It has disgusting onions on it. The meat is just terribly textured, okay? It's just, nuh-uh. No, thank you. No, never again. My dad would tell me every once in a while, hey, I had liver and onions today. I'm like, yep, good for you. That shit's nasty. So that is a food I hate. And if there is a food I love, it would be a fried chicken dipped in some kind of syrup of some form, even though I can't eat that, but I love it, and I just really like it. My favorite drink is coffee. The darker, the better. I shouldn't be drinking coffee, but if you guys want to survive, if my family wants to survive, if my doctors want to survive, I'm going to have to drink my coffee. Apologize. So like I generally get like a shaken espresso at Starbucks with some cold foam on top because, it's good. Trust me, it's good. Okay, trust me. All right, next one is front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or all wheel drive. If I had to actually choose, I would always choose a front wheel drive car just because I know I can actually get to places in it. And I've lived in a place where it rarely got snow. And let's just say all the rear wheel drive vehicles could not go up a hill, while us front wheel drive peoples are able to. Now, my current vehicle has a thing called a smart all-wheel drive. So at first it kicks into all-wheel drive, and then it will stop the movement of, I believe, the back tires. So only the front-wheel drive. So it turns into a front-wheel drive vehicle to save gas. And I'm quoting that gas, just because honestly, it's not really saving all that much, and especially with how I drive. So I've been enjoying that type of vehicle. Do I know when all-wheel drive fully kicks in when I need it? No, I don't. Also, just remember, if you live somewhere snowy, have winter tires, have chains if you need them, or if you can afford it, definitely get some studs. And take your stupid studs off your freaking tires when there hasn't been snow for 2 freaking weeks. I'm freaking tired of it. There's still people up here doing that shit up here in Alaska, and it has been snow on the fucking roads for 3 weeks. Thank you. Anyways, you're ruining my goddamn roads. Fuck. Also, get off the goddamn roads. You guys can't drive, and there's too many of you right now, and I hate you all, and I hope it snows. I want it to snow. Ah! God, I hate people so much. Anyways, next question. When I was also asked if that do that bussy fart. No, but yours does. Ha, freaking got him. Next question. Do you build your own PC or do you prefer pre-build? Right now, I have two computers. I have two PC set up, and they're both pre-build. And the reason is because freaking graphic cards are too damn expensive nowadays. It's just, it will cost you almost quadruple the price to just buy a goddamn pre-build. You can, if you do buy a pre-build, if you ever want to upgrade, hey, guess what? You can upgrade your parts inside of it if you want. So honestly, me, pre-build, if you prefer building them, and if you're going to be that stuck-up little shitlord and be like, oh, well, building your own PC is way better than buying a pre-build. Well, pre-builds nowadays are a lot better than what they were years ago. So you can go suck on a big, little, tiny cock if you want and keep that information to yourself. I'm not judging you of what you want to use, so don't judge me for what I want to use. What superpower would I like to have for a day? Probably being a normal feeling human being, honestly. If I was to actually pick up superpower, though, I would want flight, just because I hate flying in airplanes, but I think flying in person would be a lot of fun. That's just me. Not to mention, can you think if you're flying around, you just shit on somebody while you're flying? That would be hilarious. If you can have any kind of pets, including fictional, which would they be? Well, Mothman. I would love Mothman as a pet because I love Mothman so much. Even though I would probably be more of a pet to him, if anything. I would love a Deathclaw as a pet because they're just big, who will like giant little wizards, and you know, they were created to be murderous little beasts, and they're just so cute, and they always get the zoomies, and I love them so much. Yes, if I had to survive a horror game in real life, which one would you stand the best chance in? None of them at all. I would just either one, become the killer myself, join the killer. If I had any friends with me, sacrifice my friends, and then I would die from it. Or maybe the killer would be turned on and we'd get together and hook up and just go on murder sprees. You know what? I lied. I would survive. I don't know what one I would survive in, but you know, I would survive. Yeah. If I could live in a game but had to work a regular job there, what would I choose for my occupation? Probably hitman. Yeah. I'd go about kill people for people. That's just who I am. That's, you know, I hate people already. So it's like, let's go. Do I have any future projects I would like to do, but seem too big or far into the future? Honestly, what I would love to do is be part of like something like V Shoujo, which I know that would honestly never happen, first of all. But in order to get into any kind of like projects, it feels like being a freelancer is going to be a lot of work, and which I am a freelancer technically. And if you're a VTuber and you're not signed under contract to anybody, you are also a freelancer. But I think it would be a lot of fun to work with like the bigger VTubers and, you know, just become like, just to see like where they came from and where they started off as, because a lot of these big ones, these big names out here, you don't ever see them when they're small, or you know who they were before then. And I think it'd be fun to do like a project with them and to kind of like do like a before and after type of thing. Maybe, I don't know, that's probably a little too much. I don't know, maybe just deep diving too much into their history that they probably don't want. But also doing more, like I've been making little ads for some game companies too. So making more of those, I think would be a lot of fun. The editing part of them though, it sucks. I hate that part of it. But you know, I gotta make my paper somehow. You know. Okay, last final question. This one's a teehee funny one. Why is it every time I ask a girl out, they say they are a lesbian? The reason why is because, do you want the truth or do you want the lie? Okay, the truth is your Riz isn't working on them. I'm sorry. But also, you're not a lesbian enough for them. Yep, that's it. You ain't got no bitches. Honestly, you know, that's it. That has to be it. You know, you have to hit a certain quota of bitches in order for, you know, a girl not to say she's a lesbian, because, you know, but also honestly, she probably is just a lesbian. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's what it is. Anyways, that was Q&A with BunBun. That was a lot of questions. I know. At first, I didn't think everyone was gonna be like asking questions, and I thought maybe some of you were scared to ask said questions or any kind of questions. I want to say thank you so much and for doing so. And I hope you guys had fun. And yes, this video is 40 minutes long. Help me, God. But like any kind of future stuff for the channel, I hope one day to actually get an editor, because I literally can't think of fun ways to make videos more fun with editing. My brain don't work that way. I am an artist myself, but that editing videos is a whole different type of art, and you may not think so, but that's what it is. It is literally an art format of when to put memes, when to do silly little things in the video, the cuts and all that jazz. And it is. I love you guys. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, peace out, Cub Scouts.